The views and opinions expressed on this podcast, including discussions on news, politics, and current events, are solely those of the host and guests and are based on personal thoughts, experiences, and opinions. Nothing stated should be considered factual unless independently verified by the listener. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not provide financial, legal, medical, political, or life advice. Any actions discussed are what we would do personally, not recommendations for others. Listeners are encouraged to do their own research and consult qualified professionals before making any decisions.
You know, it's not about honesty, integrity. We don't have none of that right now going on. Wow. You can look at social media and see an absence and lack of morals and integrity.
Yeah.
Just off the bat. You know?
Is it 80-20? 20-80? What is it?
Ooh, hey. Okay, I will give you 80-20.
Because I can't say everybody now.
Yeah, all right.
I know,
right.
I can't say everybody.
Yeah. You get flamed up for that. Yeah. I'll give it an 80-20. 20% of people really know what's going on. 80% is just going with the flow.
Okay.
America moves where the wind blows.
Masses or the asses.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, ain't no culture.
I think that was one of the good things about America, right? It was open.
Used to be.
It was
where everybody was on the same page.
Welcoming.
Yeah.
And I think that was the strength, right? In the diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
More input, right? Better the outcome.
Yeah.
What makes it a great nation shining on the hill is the fact that it is diverse. You know, you've seen all these immigrants coming in, and from the Asians to the Polish people to Italian, the Irish. Yeah. And it was all good until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, once they created whiteness, I think that's when they were. That's when they was ready to shut the door behind them.
Took off. No more.
Yeah.
Flip it. They've started already. Here we go. What's going on? We are back with the Ford Social Conversations, where we talk about a lot of things, but not everything, because everything don't need to be talked about. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
What's up?
What's happening?
Do y'all know y'all was recording?
You caught us on the hot mic?
I thought you was checking the volumes over there.
I was doing all that. What's going on? But that was a good one. Though. What's going on, y'all?
That was good. We was just giving away material, huh?
You
were like, nah, let me press record.
Yeah, let me press record. Y'all was on. Y'all was on. I had to hit the button. So what's going on, fellas? What we doing today? What we doing today?
We good, man. Easter just passed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Easter was wild.
It was wild?
Easter was wild.
So
it was politically wild, I can tell you that. Yeah.
Let's get into
it. He need to come back. Like right
Trump's Easter threat.
He need to come back now.
Taco.
Easter threat.
You say taco. Hey, for sure.
Who's Taco?
Trump.
The orange man.
Yeah. Trump always chickens out.
Well, let's talk about
always chicken out.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, man, because he had a lot to say. He was going off, man. He was
everybody
threatening a whole other country over there. He gonna wipe everybody out.
Praise be to Allah.
And he said that, didn't he? He did say that. I thought he was Christian.
He definitely was. I think waking up, to that morning, it caught me off guard. But the wild thing was, I mentioned it to someone and they blew it off. They were like, "Oh, okay." I was thinking maybe they didn't hear me. Yeah. But literally was in a group conversation with them later, and somebody else brought up line for line what was in the post, and they were like losing their mind. I said, "I literally told you this morning."
Yeah, hey, that's where some people disconnect from what's really going on.
It didn't seem real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not supposed to be real. Like for a president to be like that,
right?
To act like that, is where we at right now? What are we doing?
I couldn't tell.
The level of decorum is out the door.
Level ain't no level anymore. Yeah, you know what they say when they go low, we supposed to go high or something. Nah, they under the floor.
Michelle, so I don't do that. Yeah. They go low, I'm going low right with you.
That's exactly where we at right now, though.
I don't subscribe to that ideology. No different than if I was back in the 60s marching. I probably would have supported King, but I'm a Malcolm guy.
I feel you.
Yeah, you're not finna put your hands on me.
I feel you.
Right. So, I heard that when we go low, we go high. But one thing I wouldn't threaten to do is to get rid of a whole civilization.
Bro.
I think that was probably the scariest thing of trying to look into what that meant. Like, was that a threat of nuclear?
But it wasn't by any means necessary.
Nuclear escalation, right?
It had to be.
Yeah.
That's the only invocation. I think that a lot of people try to spin it like, well, he was supposed to do that. They support it because if he shows that he's crazy and unpredictable, then they will adhere to, whatever his demands are. And they haven't adhered to none of his demands.
Because they know.
They were like, man, you just talking.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, you just talking. That's why they, it was Palestine who stepped in and like, whoa, if y'all nuke them, some of this is going to happen to us.
Yes.
And so I think Pakistan. Pakistan was the one that he said he reached an agreement with. But of course, that was a farce because stuff he just tweeted about they're not opening up the Strait of Hormuz the right way. It's open, but it's not open the right way. He just tweeted that. Tweeted, he live socialed it. And and so it's like, well, what's the right way? It's like, I think you and I talked about this. Everybody's like, yeah, but the Strait of Hormuz is closed. No, it's not. It's never been closed. It's been closed to U.S.
Yes. Yeah. If you're using Chinese, the yuan, you can go through.
You can go through there. Right. Yeah, you're going to pay a fee now because Bozo,
he didn't mess it up for everybody.
He didn't mess it up for everybody, but Modi made a deal out of India. They're going through. Japan tankers are going through. China's and Europe made a deal. Now they paying.
Yes,
but they're getting their stuff through.
The other interesting point about this is the media spin. Though they're spinning it as if an agreement was reached when to make it seem like we were the victor in this, but. When we were putting the deal out there, Iran came out and said, we ain't agreed to nothing.
We ain't agreed to
nothing. Ain't nobody said nothing to us.
Right. And I think Iran, but I think what ended up happening, Pakistan gave Bozo a way to get out. And he took that off ramp. Like, well, I'm going to suspend it. Because he always say 2 weeks. 2 weeks is always his
so
talking
we blink.
point.
The United States blink, essentially.
Not we. They blink. I keep telling you, Rashad.
Well, we
not we, boss. No, not we.
Not
you
French.
We ain't part of this.
No, we ain't done nothing. That was the United States.
Yeah.
They flinch because you and I wouldn't. Because we gonna say what we mean what we say. We wouldn't even be in this predicament.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know we were talking about that Easter rant, but I do know that things that we do need to watch for is that along when that was happening, China has closed their airspace. They closed everything off like by the Yellow Sea. South Korea stopped testing their nuclear arm. And I think they're running I would say joint exercises, and Russia have started making some moves because I think they were the word is that they're preparing for war with the U.S. Because they do support Iran. They do. Iran has at least China, and they do have Russia as allies.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And
I think they get a lot of their oil from Iran, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Am I understanding that correct?
Yeah. And so, they're all if India, Japan, China, and Russia at the end of this form an alliance,
they've been doing that for years.
Yeah, and if they successfully move, like you were saying, that you got to use the yuan to buy oil and getting off the petrodollar, it's going to get worse. Even over here, it's just going to get worse. For the United States,
stocking up, get what you can.
And once they join and collaborate together, that can only mean that can't be a good thing for the state of our country.
No, for sure, sure. I think Great Britain. I think they changed how they're clearing their money now. Because when Russia attacked Ukraine,
they were suspended.
We kicked them out of the system,
which was a master Visa card.
Exactly. And so now they've set up their own
system,
right?
Yep.
So there's this trend that's coming up where countries is just like, we just not going to fool with you.
We can't trust them.
Can't trust you.
Leave the West alone.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
Now, Rashad, the funny thing about that is that went kind of under the radar. That happened,
of course.
That kind of went under the radar because you have Epstein, you got Iran, you got all this other stuff with Venezuela.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That happened about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
And those people built their platform and they built that machine within 2 to 3 years. And they have, and I think MasterCard and Visa, because what it is they, like you said, they saw the way what happened with Ukraine and Russia, that they were able to stop payments, shut them out, because MasterCard and Visa process a lot of global currency transactions, shall I say?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, you know what, Europe was smart. They was like, we can't trust the United States.
You won't do that to us.
You won't do that to us.
Yeah,
and then a lot of these countries are going to start to do that with a lot of things, even China with the tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, yeah, so we buy 60% of your soy? How about we buy none?
Yeah.
And now your soybean farmers.
And now your farmers
we're going to go and get it right there from Brazil or, you know what I mean? And so
they hurt.
Farmers hurting.
They're hurting because everybody is making it America first. Go at it alone.
But it's definitely not America first concept, man. It's a, hey, line them pockets up first. Because this is hurting the American people.
Speak on that.
Yeah,
you talking about like with the market manipulation? Or?
Oh, yeah, especially that too.
That's a whole nother topic, man, I guess.
That's a part of the problem. Yeah.
That's been happening a tremendous, man. They have been greasing their palms with that market manipulation, man. And you could see, and they're pointing out these movements 15 minutes before Bozo make his comments on something, and it immediately moves the market. And you could see that market transaction. How these people have made millions.
And no investigations. Like nobody's getting tracked down. Like it's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious. But hey, that goes under the radar too.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff does. It's suppression of what's really going on.
I could only hope at the end of this, should we survive this, I can only hope at the end of this that United States have their Nuremberg Nuremberg trials, like they did in Germany. They went back and prosecuted all of Hitler's generals. Anybody had anything to do with it, they went back and matter of fact, here recently, they caught up with a guy that's 90, 92 years old. And it was like, oh, you thought you was getting away? Bring that tail right. And so I can only hope that we have some form of Nuremberg type of things that the Nuremberg trials, because there's a whole bunch of people.
I don't know, man. And the only reason why I say that is because they're looking out for each other right now.
They're gonna always we see with the Epstein files, they got the pure proof. They got the proof,
yes,
but they won't prosecute.
Yeah.
Well, other countries are prosecuting
because they have morals.
Yeah. Remember what I said a minute ago?
Yeah,
having set standards, man. America is so young of a culture.
They have morals. Over here, Wild Wild West, for real.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
But speaking of Wild Wild West, man, when you have stuff like the stuff that Trump was talking about over the weekend and the stuff we're seeing that's coming up down the road, I always question his voters. Like, where is the line for you? Where's it going to be enough for you? With him talking about reinstating the draft now, your kids about to be out there on some front line somewhere. And let me tell you, I've been out there a couple times. It ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. So it's like, where do you stop saying, nah, this ain't what I signed up for? Because I remember when I started hitting the streets, you could read the comments, and there was people saying, oh yeah, this is what I voted for. This is what I voted for. Okay, eventually, it's going to come down to something that is going to be misaligned with you.
At some point, it's going to touch home.
Because he's going down the list, man. The list is long, bro.
My only pushback is, what is that line? Because what hasn't he done?
What hasn't he done?
He's gone against the Constitution on multiple occasions.
Oh yeah, that
he's put out executive orders to change the Constitution when he can actually just legislate law and go through the House.
Right way.
He's just doing stuff
and actually pass legislation, since he has a majority in both levels of Congress.
Yeah.
And then we're looking at a situation where he's been convicted. Right.
Yeah, that is another thing.
34 counts adjudicated sex offender.
Allegedly, right? What's the proper framing?
No,
it was adjudicated, and
34 count adjudicated sex offender.
Purportedly found guilty in the court of law.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever it was, the proper term. We don't want to get in trouble.
His bone's gonna be at the door.
It was Gaza.
Yeah.
Gaza's been reduced to rubble.
Yeah.
It was kitchen table talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen table issues, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Prices of eggs is still high. Gas is over $4 a gallon here in North Carolina.
Gas right now is jumping out the gym like an athlete right now.
And it's gonna get high. And if you wasn't somebody that wasn't a fan of war, we're now in the war.
Yeah. For somebody who specifically said no more wars, like, bro, we still we were.
So that's my pushback. What is the line? I don't think they have a line.
Well,
I don't think they have a line.
Hold on.
I don't think they have a line.
It's not even a concept of a line. It's of them thinking. It's of them not wanting to admit that they were wrong. There's not even a line to it. It's just, hey, I made my choice and I'm sticking by it, no matter what he did.
That's what I've seen. So I've seen people come in and act, well, I don't really like this, but I'm not gonna vote for Kamala. There were only two choices. Right? Yeah. It's no contrition, no, I would have done anything differently. I wish they asked him a follow-up question, when these people are interviewed. They ain't got no answer for him. But that's my question. What's the line?
Yeah. And it don't exist with them, man.
There is no line.
They keep moving the goalposts. Boom.
No.
Boom. Boom.
There is no line because he could do whatever.
Yeah.
As long as he maintained this Eurocentric.
He's going. Yeah. You got
as long as I get to keep, as long as he gets to keep me on top and others beneath me, I don't care what he does.
Yep.
And as long as I have proximity to the things that the others he's hurting and leaving me alone, he can do whatever he wants. And that's the thought process. Yep. And that's why it is impossible to reason with these people, to make sense of it, because we're looking at it from a moral and ethic view, and they're looking at it from the evangelical non-melanated Jesus.
Hey, I always tell them, man, you cannot be rational with irrational people.
Right.
You can't.
No,
you're going to lose. They're more experienced than you. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what you're saying. They will only process what they're saying, and they're right. In their head, they're 100% right.
No, I get it.
So you can come to the fight with some facts, and they will come there with their opinions. And then that's what the battle is.
I will say this. I think when we look back at it, and we always try to re-adjudicate the 2024 election, right? If we just had a couple margins here or there, it could have gone differently for us. There have been some recent wins.
Yeah.
Right? In a lot of special elections that could show there might be a changing of the tide. So there could be some of those disaffected voters that may be starting to show up now. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Need more.
Well, they are. I mean, the special election is definitely proving a lot of that. Even the elections that they're winning, this guy won Marjorie Taylor Greene's seat. Okay. Even though he's a Republican, Trump carried that. Well, Trump carried that. He carried that area, or I want to call it precinct. He carried it by like 34, 35 points. Margin of victory with this guy was 11 points. So even within a staunch Republican seat, there's cracks. Major cracks, something that Trump normally blew out of the water. It's within the margin of error now. And you're talking about ruby red seats.
Right.
Which gives you everything. What's that?
And that was a point I had looked up earlier that you mentioned. Democrats, they significantly narrowed, like you said, Republican margins by average of 17-point swings in their 2026 special election. In Mississippi, Democrats flipped 3 Republican-held state Senate seats in their special elections. Florida, we know the Democrats won. Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
That was great.
And Wisconsin.
Yes.
A Democratic-backed candidate won their state Supreme Court seat by 20 points.
Taking it to 6-2 now.
And I think Trump carried Wisconsin by how much of a margin? Pretty big margin?
Yeah, well, that was that Rust Belt, and that was part of it. When no Democrat has ever won without winning Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Okay. And that's part of that Rust Belt. And so, Trump did carry that Wisconsin.
Iowa. Democrats picked up 2 seats in Iowa, breaking their GOP supermajority that they've held on that state.
Yeah.
So it's there could be some trends that may be pointing into a different direction of that. There could be, maybe we have reached that breaking point, but I still just ask that question. But obviously with the message on Easter morning, it was mixed feelings, right? Mixed feelings,
Congress,
rather, right?
Ghosts. So
they was on break.
They was
they still on break. Apparently,
they still on break.
What are we doing?
Larry, you brought up the automatic registration.
Yeah, that's supposed to go in effect. What, December? Yeah.
How you feel with having younger sons?
Oh my God, bro.
What did that?
My youngest son, he'll be 17 this summer, and if this thing really kicks in, then he gonna have to register.
Well, no, it's gonna be automatic.
Well, yeah. Okay. Automatic. But yeah, I mean, he's gonna be in this. Yeah.
Forced patriotism.
And if you don't do it, it is forced. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, it's a felony. If you don't register, it's a felony. If you avoid it, if you get some bone spurs, who knows?
Depending on how tall he is, he might be able to get out of
it. Boy, y'all taking
I'll just tell him he's my only son. But who knows, man? They might throw all the rules and regulations out. So
and I guess this is where maybe I just need to do some more research on the selective service. But aren't there rules like if you only got one son?
Yeah. So with so I start looking into it because I mentioned on the last podcast, and I'm not gonna go into detail the conversation that my son and I had about it, but it's one of those things that keep you up at night as a father when you're watching what's going on through politically, because we know where this is headed, and there's no off ramp that is going to be suitable at this moment. So you're like, all right, the end result is we're probably going to have some boots on the ground somewhere, somehow. And I thought about it, and I thought about my only son. And so the rule is because he's the only one, he's exempt. He's exempt.
Okay.
But I know the whites.
Caveats.
The white.
I know them. And if they're already defying the Constitution, if they're already breaking the Geneva Convention, and just anytime the start of the war, the first day they bomb Target, because the Tomahawk is a targeted missile, right? And they target a girls' school.
Right. Yeah.
There are no rules. So if they're not getting the recruits that they think, don't you think they're going to start? Listen, didn't they just move it to 42? Didn't they just move it to where if you smoke a little weed, don't matter anymore? So I wouldn't be. I'm still not rest knowing that because I know them.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, it's supposed to be the rules. They're going to move the goalposts, and it's in place because of the legacy. Like if that's someone's only child, then if that person is meet a demise, then that legacy is done of that bloodline.
Yeah.
But if they do the numbers and realize that, I don't know, man, I just don't trust them.
And you shouldn't.
I don't trust. So I don't feel relieved because even if my son is not, my friend's sons are.
Yep.
Yes.
And those are
nephews. Talking about whole communities right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Communities. So it's still a worry. Yeah. It's still a thought, so.
I can definitely understand that worry. I'm actually hoping that this drives action. As I mentioned before,
right.
This is, definitely not the best of news, but it is, I hope it's a kick in the rear.
Yeah.
I hope this is a kick in the rear to make sure that, hey, that age, the younger age group of men, if this is not what you want or the world that you want to live in, guess what? You can vote. And you get to put in charge people that think like you.
Yes.
That may say, hey, let's live in a world where we don't have to automatically put our men and women in harm's way.
To fight a useless
because we're
war.
diplomatic in how we're moving about the world. You know what I mean?
War that we won't, that we don't want.
We've been fine with it being voluntarily.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People volunteer for our armed services.
Yes, draft.
And we've been fine. We've been able to do all right. But with this coming about, I don't know if it's necessary. Why is it necessary? Change the leadership.
Yeah.
Well, on a lighter note.
For sure.
UNC gets their coach.
Going uphill now, baby.
50 million.
Oh, Herbert is out, and
I ain't mad at him.
They got Mike Malone in there now.
50
Did
million.
he get rehired already? Or was that a joke that he got hired again?
I don't think so.
Okay, that was.
I can look it up though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
I can see.
He's getting paid. Mike Malone.
UNC got that. He got that Belichick deal, right?
What was the deal, Larry?
It was $50 million for 6 years.
And
and Belichick got 50 for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
$10 million a year too. $10 million annually. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I think he also had some incentives in there too. If I can find it.
I mean, I think $50 million is enough of an incentive,
right? Help me understand. He's the head coach of the Denver Nuggets for their recent championship. Am I understanding that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they won not 3 years ago.
That's a long time in NBA time.
So
many players had been traded and moved around. That's a long time ago, bro. But I feel you.
So I guess and so with me being a football guy, I'll admit that. Excuse me. I would imagine, you 4, 5, 6 years after you win a title, you just see solid. They're not looking at you as being what we need to change up. And
correct.
And from my understanding, the Denver Nuggets has been competitive.
Oh yeah.
The last 2 or 3 years. So why did he have that job in Denver? How did he lose that job?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless the money was better over here.
You're asking the question, Rashad, like you're a lawyer. Meaning lawyers don't ask questions that they don't already know the answer to. You're asking it in that cadence. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for you to tell us.
My bad.
They said he'll get $100,000 bonus for winning the ACC regular season title, and the same amount for winning the tournament.
Okay.
So if that happens,
I like it.
Yeah, he went
on top of
that kind of money. That's just $1,000.
Yeah, on top of $10 million a year.
Yeah.
So Malone will receive at least $6.75 million annually in revenue sharing funds, which will go a long way toward building his winning roster.
Yeah, because he got to pay the Nils too. Mm-hmm. Well, he not paying it, but
right.
The athletic department got to distribute those funds. So I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Well, typically coaches when they come back down to the college level, it's usually considered a step down. But I can see it being a big bonus for UNC with recruiting. Because now he's going to be at your mom's table, and he'll say, "I've coached champions at the next level,
exactly what they was doing,
and I can make sure that your son is ready for the next level."
And I have the connects and the contacts and the connects. At the next level,
I can make your child a star.
So UNC should have probably one of the better recruiting classes.
He automatically became the second highest paid coach in college.
Yeah, immediately, bro.
Immediately.
Like, what we doing?
The question is he going to get Caleb Wilson to come back?
Probably not. Probably not. And even with him recruiting, I think it's going to depend on who his coaches will be. I know they made him keep 3 of the previous coaches.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Sean May was news that reported that Sean May was going with Wes Miller, him and Page, but then it came back around and said they had to keep 3, and Sean May was one of them. So,
well, for a Duke fan, he sure know a lot of Tar Heels news, don't he?
That's the rival, baby. That's the rival.
What?
So that enemy, huh?
Somebody named KP told me you got to stay in tune with your enemy. You got to see what they're doing at all times.
That's right.
That's right. Where all this money coming from, bro.
Yeah, UNC got it, man.
We're talking about that's $100 million on just 2 people right there. Between him and Belichick, that's like 2 people. $100 million.
It's a lot of money going on.
They get it back in TV revenue, man.
How much is UNC's endowment?
I don't know.
Pretty sure they got pay some teachers, pay some professors.
Well, you don't hear them complain about not getting paid.
That's true too.
Hey, no, man, they probably getting duct tape. Colleges, man. Listen, man, between like Texas A&M, Duke, UNC.
I don't know if this makes them a contender next year. I don't know if they
not this soon.
I don't know if they.
Well, you don't know what team he's going to put together, but
not this soon.
Michigan improved that you can take 5 people that never played together. And if there's the right chemistry and you have the right coaching,
they did do something.
You can catch lightning in a bottle.
I thought UConn was going to hit that.
Yeah, but
what's going on? I hope that you are enjoying this episode, but I wanted to take the time out to ask you
to please subscribe to the podcast. I've noticed that a lot of people are watching but are not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss an episode when it's aired or about to air. And also make sure you go to impelforwardmerch.com. That's impelforwardmerch.com. Grab you something. Now back to the episode.
You know, like I said, Michigan proved that you can get 5 new people.
Right. Yeah.
Put them together if you choose the right people with the right chemistry.
With the right coaching, too.
Killed my bracket. I did not have one bracket with them winning.
No, it killed mine. I had Arizona winning it.
I had Arizona winning 2. I kind of swapped up a couple in the round of 32, and then I had one with Duke winning. And I should have known as soon as every time I put Duke,
they was there though. They was there, bro. Them boozers. They did it.
Don't do that.
No disrespect. Yeah, no disrespect to the boozers. We love y'all, man.
But the wild part about that is they played that clip and they paired it with the clip of the Duke player in Chicago in the same similar situation, but he throws the ball in the air and everybody and Chicago wins the game. So everybody's complimenting him like, hey, that was a heady play. And it's like, oh, I went to Duke, but the Boozer kid get into the game. but he turned the ball over in the same situation.
So you got to think about it. It's either it's coaching and he was a freshman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
the
why
freshmen, they got to go through it, man. It's trial by fire. So I get it.
For sure.
I get it,
For
man.
sure.
My son's going to be in there soon, man. So,
I'm not jealous of that kid. It's a lot to live up to. Your dad played, Danny went to the went to the league, and you in the Final Four. It's a lot. It could be a lot.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael.
But he's definitely making a lot of money. And I'm interested to see what type of squad he put together. But I don't know if that makes them. I don't know if they win the tournament next year.
Well, not just because of a coach.
Yeah, I don't think a 1 year turnaround is gonna happen. Nah.
I don't know, man. He might catch lightning in the bottle.
NIT.
This dude.
Nah, they'll make the tournament. They'll make the tournament. They'll make the tournament. Yeah,
I don't even think they'll show up.
Damn.
I won't be mad at that. Yeah. So and also, we talked about this Dawn Staley and Geno.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Judge, is it Joe Mathis? Judge?
Yeah, Judge Joe Mathis.
Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis.
Yeah, his first name Joe.
Yeah, okay. He made a clip and said, I think he went a little too far.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He was saying that she was assaulted,
Oh.
She was assaulted.
Yeah, I guess, trying to make.
I don't think he put no hands on her.
Nah, I think he was just trying to make a black and white thing.
He's
just
stirring the
going
pot.
there.
Stirring the pot.
I'll find the clip and I'll play it. But
at least he a judge.
Geno was wrong. They say he apologized, but
dead wrong.
I don't think it was him writing that letter.
Wrong.
Was it? No, that was an AI generated letter. Yeah. That's for sure. They chopped that thing up. So put it in chat. I mean, of course it was generated. The only thing that I don't like is he wasn't wrong. He was just being who he is underneath. Wrong? If you remember, man, you can't look at it with your black eye.
I'm not. I'm looking at it disrespectful. You gotta take the L, bro.
Take the black out of it.
What was his gripe?
What I'm saying, what you think it was?
That he got beat?
54 straight games, right?
That he lost.
He lost, but he's also looked at and revered as a guru. He is the reason that that they are successful.
Mm-hmm.
And how dare this pickaninny come in here?
Hey, hold on. His name ain't Joe Mathis. Is Greg Mathis.
It's Greg.
Greg Mathis. Judge Mathis.
Yeah, Judge Mathis.
Yeah, okay. It was.
I was thinking about what's the other one? Joe.
Joe Brown.
It's Joe Brown. But it was Greg Mathis.
Okay, you're right. Okay. You're right.
No, it was.
He was just showing his true colors.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So was he wrong? Or was it?
I think he made it personal, and it shouldn't have been. It wasn't professional at all.
Yeah, but
she walked up there. Hey, good game, coach. And he just went off.
Yeah, went right off with it.
And so it hurt, because she felt like, she feels threatened, or she feel like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is, but I need to defend myself in some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
So
I listen, man, I watch sometimes you got to go back to the past. Oh, well, I say this. I watch a lot of not newsworthy clips, but a lot of these, like these little, let's just say this certain kid, there's certain people I watch, their kids wrestle or their kids box. And you're talking about 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and they're very dominant, right? Yeah. They're of the blacker hue. And so these kids are very dominant. And you'll watch clips, and these other kids will just get beat by them.
It's recreational for them.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, without certain things being taught, I watch these kids lose, and they come apart.
Yes, got you.
And the other kids is just, I was supposed to win, you know? And so I'm watching these kids, and so I'm watching them lose and come apart. Yeah. You know, even we watched this one kid. What didn't he lose in this college? Was it he lost his black kid or something? He tried to bump him in y'all don't remember that? That was recently. I can't even remember where it was. But what I'm saying is I've watched how they perform from this high in sportsmanship. Yeah. And there is none.
Yeah. Because that's what happens when you have a culture of players that win participation trophies. You know?
Yeah. And plus
they are not conditioned to take the L and move past it.
No.
You can't win them all.
When you grow up in an environment where everything is rose-colored painted for you.
Yeah.
No everything one tells you that you got to go get it out the mud. No one tells you you have to be 10 times better just to move half as far.
Bro,
when no one tells you that, hey, I need you to be better than the best. When no one tells you that, and you into an environment and somebody dominates you of this role and dominates you, you can't take it.
I've seen parents who couldn't take it.
Yeah, you can't take it because how dare this person?
Yeah.
So
especially you got the cleanest uniform, you got the best facilities that you can practice in. Yeah. You got everything you need, but you ain't got that dog in you. You ain't got that talent in you. And when you go up against somebody who does have it and you get dominated.
That's the point I'm making.
You said your world,
there are certain people that's born with that dog in them.
Right. I think
percentage-wise.
Some people got a little bit of hole in them.
You hit the nail on the head, KP. I was listening to Karen Hunter. She saw a clip of hers, and she mentioned there was just a lack of adversity. That's what it is.
Adversity.
Because if you
lack of adversity,
like you said, you've been told that, by your mere birth, you were the standard.
You were the standard.
You're being told that you were the standard.
You don't have to do nothing else.
But be born, and you are already supposed to be the best at everything. And so when that reality wasn't true, he didn't know how to handle that.
Right.
And when we literally just saw a clip where, didn't they beat them by like 30 points?
Yeah.
30, almost 40 points last year.
Yeah.
And, somebody could have said, well, he ran the score up. Most people say you pull the starters out at a certain point, right? So anybody could have felt that way. But on Karen Hunter's show, she mentioned that there was a scientist that, he had an experiment where he grew trees in the dome. And the trees, they grew faster. They had the nutrients. They had the perfect amount of light. They had everything that they needed, and they got to grow tall.
Right.
But when you remove them from the dome, and they had to withstand the elements, they were not resilient, and all the trees fell. They had everything given to them, but they didn't. Being that they didn't experience adversity, they didn't grow to evolve. They didn't.
The solid majority.
They didn't have to do anything, to grow.
They didn't have to earn it.
Didn't have to earn it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because you look at Dawn Staley.
And that was the difference. And the trees fell in the experiment once they took them out the dome.
That's what happened. We wonder how we get a Trump. The solid majority. Nobody told them how to survive outside that dome.
Yeah.
And now you watching these wild trees living it up. Like, how dare they? How dare those trees? How they find success without being in the cratered environment? And now I can't stand on side of them, metaphorically.
Yeah, look at them trees going taller than us.
Yeah. How that tree get to be taller?
Because when you look at like that situation, man, you gotta. I think what bothers me is that the caliber of Dawn Staley's record wasn't taken into account. Like she was a high caliber player and a high caliber coach.
Right.
So how could you expect like nothing less than her best? But because you lost, now it's like, oh, now I'm flipping out because I lost. She's a good coach. Like, what you should have at least thought that it was going to be tough.
Yes.
I've heard some people say she's not a good coach.
Her record is different, man. Her record shows different.
Who is they?
There are people who say Kobe ain't good, man.
Put a name on it.
Some people say Kobe ain't good.
Put a name on it. Yeah, they would expect that because they were cultivated in the dome. So they would say that. Meanwhile, that tree, Dawn Staley, is over there getting it out of the mud, looking like a big redwood over there.
Hey, look, let me play what Greg Mathis said.
This weekend's assault against a black woman on the basketball court against Dawn Staley, a hero, a black hero, female, a South Carolina coach, was verbally assaulted by the Connecticut coach during a game or at the end of the game after losing by a big margin. He claims that she didn't shake his hand and that's why he verbally assaulted her.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, camera showed that she did shake his hand, and then he came up with the excuse she took too long to shake his hand earlier and didn't come.
So he said verbally assaulted.
I mean, that's the thing.
And you know, the funny thing with Geno is not funny. The true thing is you see the cadence of Trump. First, he making excuses where she didn't want to shake my hand. Well, we clearly see on camera that she did.
Yeah.
Talking about the calls, he wasn't getting the calls. They out there ripping his player's jersey. Oh, well, you can see two things: the player ripped her own jersey, and at the press conference, she said, "I ripped my own jersey out of frustration."
Yeah.
But he steady perpetuated that lie, even though you can clearly see that he's lying because he's obfuscating from the fact that he was dominated. And instead of facing the
spotlight off of him,
instead of facing the fact of what actually happened, he has to deflect.
That's an interesting take. I didn't put him Geno Trump.
Hey,
it's a lot of them out there though.
Hey man, that Trump.
Hey, if anybody's gonna blame everything on Trump, it's gonna be KP.
I mean, it's a long list.
It's a revolving circle, man.
List, bro.
Listen,
and I don't even care about the politics, but hey, you can't. It's too much of that stuff is so obvious now. Like, oh yeah, it's him. Yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
It's
well, because they all know that some part of the society is going to forgive it, excuse it, and ignore it.
Yep.
And they know that.
That's it.
You know, and so that's why they can do it. Yep. There's a reason why we could be watching our videos, right? And you see another racist going on a racist rant, like, yeah, film me, and people go get them fired. They don't care because they're gonna go right down this road and get another job. So
or start a GoFundMe.
That too.
Crazy. So they've learned that there's no consequences.
Yeah. Right.
And so they
because the president ain't got consequences. So why do I need consequences?
Right. Yeah. See, I didn't do that one that time. Larry did that one.
We all know that. Yeah. Why do I need consequences? Yeah. He ain't got consequences. He's fine.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Speaking of GoFundMe, I guess these people didn't have to do a GoFundMe.
We didn't have to sell fish dinners.
Hey, look. And the reason I like this topic, because KP's always giving a church a bad rap.
I did not. I did
but
not.
But this church here, man, I forgot where it was at. Y'all might can help me on that.
I think it's Virginia, Alexandria.
Mega Church donates over $1 million to stop eviction.
Yeah, I think that's dope. I love it. And I hate it.
Oh no! Why you hate it? Why you hate that,
bro?
No.
Why you hate that, Larry?
I love it because that's what unity means in community. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's supposed to be like when your church is a headquarters in your community and is looking out for your people because they come in and supporting your church. They looking out for you. So it's a relationship that we support you, y'all support us type of thing. That's why I love it. Why I hate it is because it's a Band-Aid. Church can't be doing this the next 2, 3, 5, 6 years. So there has to be something put in place we don't get to that point. So they don't get to that point again. Because if it happens next year and the church can't do it, then people are going to turn on that church.
Wait a minute, Larry. I remember you was one of the ones who was saying the church need to do more for the community.
Yeah. That's my stance. Yeah. But this is what it looks like.
Yeah. But I think the church can continue or will continue or should continue if they
Doing
can.
$1 million annually?
Not $1 million, but helping out if they can.
Yeah. I mean, but they should help out. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be to this magnitude.
That level. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it ain't got to be to that level.
But they say it was 300 families, over 300 families.
The bigger question is how you have 300 families.
That's what I was about to say. Splitting $1 million for 300.
Well,
it was low income house. It was
we know 350,000 black women lost their job.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what?
You say Alexandria, Virginia,
which is the DMV,
which is
makes sense.
Is outside of DC.
Yeah,
which is where a lot of those jobs. Those,
yes,
so
that's a good dot connecting right there, my boy.
So you know, 300 families. I think that's easy to hit.
Right.
I think I agree with your first point. Beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
My pushback on the second thing is we just only heard about the giving of the money. We don't know what processes they got in place, or if they got a plan in place, maybe some sort of money management, so that they don't need this type of assistance.
You don't want to be in that same situation.
So I think that's maybe a point taken for them to say, hey, what are we doing to make sure that we don't run out of this fund? We still want to be able to help people, but I think
they can't compromise themselves.
I don't disagree with maybe there should be some education or some sort of efforts in making sure that those people don't stay in need of that type of relief.
Yeah. Stuff like that. The main things that any institution, doesn't have to be churches, it can be schools or whatever type of institution in the community. The best things that you can put together is workshops to help people develop their skills.
Right.
Trades.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the stuff that's going to go with people to take them further, to give them better opportunities. The reason why a lot of people are in low income in situations either because they don't have the skill set to go to the next level, But that starts with the person, with the individual. Like, hey, you got to get out there and get it. It's not going to be easy. But if the church is going to put stuff like that in place, like I think that's dope, to move that and go forward with that. Like,
I like this story because obviously with our man Drewski, he's been on the hot seat. Lately, a few different ways, and we know not too long ago he went viral doing the skit against the church, and then a lot of people in the church felt the way. Yeah, right. A lot of people had something to say.
They sure did.
But this is definitely a good look to kind of get the church back into the good graces of everybody.
I like that.
But obviously, a lot of stuff was exposed in the Drewski skit. Yeah. And we all know most stuff is funny because
it's true.
It's true. Especially in the black community, right?
Some of them took some of them. I remember.
There was a few of them.
There was a few of them said, "Hey, this is us. He's got us dead to right."
Yeah. Mike Todd was one of them.
Yeah, he was like
from his church.
He got us. Yeah. I mean, but he does this Kanye Sunday service production, and I'm like, I don't know if I was in that. I mean, I watched it. I was like, I don't know if I could have got. I don't know if I would have got the Holy Spirit, and it was too much of production, man.
He stay on that level. He stay on that level.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know
he ain't
if
coming back down.
No, I don't know if I can get with that like that. I get it. They're trying to appeal to a today's generational voice. I get it, but do we miss the mark? Does it become too pageantry?
Yeah, I feel
you.
It's theater. It becomes theater at some point.
Yeah, it seems more like theater. And how could you get into the Holy Spirit when it looks like Kanye Sunday service? And so I don't know, man. I don't know.
Different strokes with different folks, man. It does connect with a lot of the younger youth that's how you reach them, But usually church is like, especially in the black community, man, that's where the old people that's their bread and butter. It's sacred.
It's sacred, but it's sacred. But here's the deal.
They don't want to see that. Well, don't they? Don't you be talking about Jesus?
Here's what we did. Here's what we're doing. We're making excuses for the pageantry that's happening. Who didn't say that who didn't change up the way they worship God is a generation before us. When they were doing their praise and worship, the praying, them deacons, and the way everybody walked in to the choir, the doors open, and the choir came stepping in there. They didn't say we finna change it up so these babies can get to it. But guess what we did? We grew up learning that. We grew up that still to this day. If I play gospel music, I'm going back to Mama Burke's, you know what I'm saying? Mississippi Mass Choir and the Williams Brothers and, what's my man, Rance Allen. I'm going back to that because of that old feel, that quartet feel. The quartets didn't change up their music to reach a 10-year-old me.
You're right.
They didn't change it up because, listen, God said his word won't return void. Which means that it doesn't matter how you. Well, now I sound like I'm contradicting because of the way. But this man, he didn't say have it over a mixer.
So you think the transition is flip flopping now? How church used to be imparted on the Spirit used to be imparted on us to make us who we are, but now we are putting ourselves into the Spirit now. To I don't know how to explain it, but to express it, I guess.
With where I come from with it, when I hear super church, mega church, I hear all of this kind of comes from that, right? Because you got some people that say, "Oh, I prefer the small church. I like my hometown feel." But I went to World Overcomers here, for a few years, and I enjoyed it. And it gets a rap as having like a mega church feel. And so, but I enjoy all of the things that everybody kind of maybe may not find so desirable when it comes to their church. They may say, all right, I like going to church and I want to give my money, but does it have to be an ATM in the church? I say it's convenient. If I didn't have cash on me, there's an ATM in the church.
We take cash out.
Oh well, does the church need a Starbucks? If you want a cup of coffee,
I do know some churches that got a cafe, my boy. Yeah.
I got a cup of coffee and I can go get the word of God. For me, I don't have a problem with it. So like when people like with the Drewski skit and saying that things are over the top, I know that those were the things that had a lot of college students go out there. Right. And so like when you start so for me, I defend World Overcomers because I was with them when they were much smaller, right? And saw them grow to where they are today. You know what I mean? And so when I hear the mega church, kind of, disses that come at them. I take umbrage with it just because they don't always start out as mega churches, right? Most of the time they build from somewhere, and then the stuff that they add, the people that go there want it over time. So it can be a lot of fanfare that comes with it. And I think, like you said, a lot of pastors came out and said, "Hey, we own it." You know what Drewski said, right? But like you said as well, his word not gonna come back void. And I think church, you really get out of church what you bring into it, right? If you not reading and studying, I don't care what church you go to, you're gonna come out empty and unchanged.
Right. That's facts.
Whether you at a mega church or the smallest church in Durham.
Right. The church has has 10,000 members. And said they also last year donated $132,469 to eliminate college debt for 11 graduates.
That's good too.
South Carolina-based.
That's good.
South Carolina-based St. Augustine University.
But see, that's the type of
St. Augustine.
It says 11 graduates of South Carolina-based St. Augustine's University.
They mess a misprint.
Yeah, that might be.
St. Augustine, right?
Yeah, Raleigh. So I don't.
That's
probably a misprint.
Now they got another campus in South Carolina.
Man, they barely got one campus.
They don't got a campus in Raleigh.
Right. I mean,
let me stop.
Maybe they meant to put North Carolina's in North Carolina.
I think that's a type.
They must have meant to put North Carolina, based in North Carolina.
Yeah. But no different than we could have said that there's a church in Richmond, Virginia. And really, the people that's from there are like, no, it's Alexander. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
shout out to Pastor Nate, P. Nate, Lady T of Now Church. Come on.
He love his pastor. Pastor Nate, he represents you.
Representing. I think that's good, man. It's good for churches to put back into the communities, man, because the communities definitely put back into their churches, especially Black communities, because the church has always been a headquarters for the Black community. So when you have churches who do something of substance and it doesn't feel like it's just we doing fish fries every Sunday. We're actually giving back to the community by giving them skills to make them better. And that's how you build a community, man.
Is it just
you teach them how to fish?
Is it just skills?
What you mean as far as though?
So when I think of the Jewish community,
okay,
and how they operate, how they move with their money,
I
think their community to emulate as far as how they treat their dollar. Their dollar probably changes hands within their own community, maybe 10, 15, 20 times, I believe it is, before it goes out. Yeah. Whereas, it doesn't, in our community, don't exchange hands once. Right. Yeah. All the skills in the world, if you're not, doing anything to edify the people in your community, what good is the skills? I think it has to be two-part. I think there has to be emphasis on skills and an emphasis on like community building for real.
I agree with that.
Yeah, y'all talked about a little bit something like that in the chat earlier, right?
Yeah.
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 But a little bit to that about that community. We also learned, I can't think of the name of that community that they just did somebody did the social media, and we come to find out a lot of them on government assistance. The entire community, all the men.
Oh, and like Amish?
Was it them or
Hasidic? The Hasidic.
Was it the Hasidic?
Yeah, where they don't work.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't think the Amish don't depend on the government, do they?
I don't think it was
get subsidies.
I don't think it was the Amish. I thought it was
it's some sort of group that's not. They're not really
the whole city. No. It's a whole city. Oh, I can't think of it, man.
I do remember.
It's a funny name. And they encourage their women to have kids because they're on these social programs because of these kids.
The more kids you have, the more money.
The more money you have, the more subsidies you receive. The men don't work. All they do is go to whatever it is that they call it. Man, was it Kira?
Yes, that the Amish they don't.
No, it's not the Amish.
No, I'm just saying the Amish.
Do not
depend on government money.
It's a Jewish community in either. It's upstate.
Yeah, no, I was responding to what he had said.
I know, man, but we trying to get you to move on.
I think I misspoke. If it was not the Amish, but it's it's some sort of because they had a hat on their head. Yes. And I remember seeing the clip of them talking about that they depend on welfare.
Yeah, they depend on welfare, and a lot of them was running from the camera because they they didn't want to have to answer it because it's like, what do you do all day?
Okay.
And a lot of stuff.
They probably go pray for like 6 hours.
And you can't tell me to fact check and then tell me to move on at the same time. I got to fact check. We don't want to get nothing wrong, right?
No, for sure.
If you fact check, it's a not Curacao. Oh man, it's a Jewish community upstate, and Jewish community upstate that receive a lot of
funding,
government subsidies and funding, and it probably will pop right up.
Wait, now where did you see this at?
Social media.
I don't.
It's a Curious Jowl. Oh God, I can't think of it. Man, I'm losing my memory.
Don't say that.
Y'all pray for me, saints. Since we talking about
it inside. I'm looking at it. So it's a YouTube clip right here. It says inside the town of 99% Hasidic Jews that depend on welfare to survive.
And what's the town called? It's called.
Do you know what city near? Where is that?
Let me see. What's the name of the city? If I click on it, I didn't want it to play.
But we don't. We need to be worried about us.
I agree. I think we use this as a point. This is a little recess, I think, from what we were talking about. But we're just trying to prove that. I threw that in there because we a lot of times we hail a lot of these other communities, and sometimes you peel back the layers of the onion, you will find that it's not that they're are that great with stuff. It's just that they're able to move about the cabin without anybody bothering them. And you come to find out that they're receiving a lot of subsidies, help, and no one's bothering them.
They have the freedom of discretion.
They have the freedom of discretion. So we look at those type of situations and we uplift that community without knowing behind the scenes how they're able to get in, how they're able to move and get things done.
And I think that's kind of back to the church part. That kind of relates to, like you were saying, mega churches and small churches. I think a lot of small churches and old timey churches don't know how. Because a lot of mega churches they get funding from 501c3s and stuff like that. They know how to use it.
They got corporate money.
A lot of these older churches don't know how to use it. Or don't have the people in place to use it. So it's kind of the same thing.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Man, I was in Raleigh this past Saturday, taking my son to go get a car. And we pull up to one of the dealerships. Like we took a back road, like a back access road to get to the back of the dealership. And as we pulling up to the dealership, on the right is a mega church that I promise you is bigger than the dealership that we at. And we're not at no little dealership. We had a major dealership here. It ain't no mom and pops. And I'm looking at this church, and I'm like, and the church, like, it's maybe 3-4 stories, and they had just built it. I don't want to say the name of it, but it's huge. They got one actually out here in the area. We'll talk about it off camera. But I'm just looking at this church, and I'm like, yo, like, it looks like a high school, like a legit. Like,
that's the name of it, Curious Joel.
Yes.
That's it.
What is it?
I just found it.
Okay, Curious Joel.
I was trying to finish.
Yeah, oh no, I heard him. I thought it's Curious.
Curious what?
It's Curious Joel.
Curious Joel.
It's spelled with a K.
It's spelled with a K. Curious Joel. That's why I was trying to struggle with the name, but
you close. You had it.
Oh man, if only
he would have said, hey, you know he good with messing up name. He would have said Curious George.
That just ain't your
I
language.
said Curious, but then I stopped because I know that's not right. But it's Curious.
So don't feel right.
It's Curious Joel. Joel.
Yeah.
And so
they getting government assistance.
Yes.
I was just using that as a point that we, like I said earlier, we look at these other communities and we look at how they're doing well, but they're getting a lot of help too.
Yeah.
But that doesn't excuse us for not circulating our money in the Black community.
It does not. It does not.
You're right.
It does not. The problem is we have a lot of Black business owners extracting all the money out of our pocket.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh man.
What about when?
I mean,
what about when you go to the white establishment and don't complain at all about spending your money on that?
They said hit dog holler.
Well, I think it's okay to have a expectation of service. Right? I don't blame anybody for that. I think it's fine people on both sides. Right? Entrepreneurs are out here working very hard to provide goods and services for our community, as well as there are very well-intended patrons with money to spend that are looking to purchase high-quality goods and services, and they have good attitudes when they are down to interact as well. Well, so there are fine people on both sides, but I think there's obviously a lot to be said, right? Being a customer as well as being an entrepreneur, right? We know, things can be a little more expensive. The service cannot be so much up, maybe not up to par. But then, we know we can have some attitudes. We can always not be in the best headspace when we're out interacting and not being the most professional out in public, right? And so it's like this. This is, unfortunately for me, a both sides situation.
So I do have to let the audience know that Rashal is a crisis manager. On his first job, he's just using some of his skills and his tools for the podcast.
Hey, you got to use it, man. If you don't, you'll lose it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, anything else y'all want to talk about we didn't have on the list? Or are we wrapping it up?
Man, we're pretty good, my boy.
Yeah.
I think we good, man.
Yeah. No, this was a good one, man. A lot of stuff came up. But I am interested to see what UNC gonna do with the new coach.
Yeah. Me too.
But it's a lot of stuff to look forward to. Hopefully we get out of this war. I big takeaway, kind of understanding that, obviously in Virginia, going back to, the election, midterms coming up, Virginia's redistricting. Yeah, redistricting.
Well, because
they're about to vote on it, and it could send some additional seats right for us, and
in the House,
definitely can start to turn power. A lot could be on the line, so
I'm glad they did it.
Reach out to your people in Virginia.
Yeah,
make sure they're not falling for the okie doke.
Because it's a Democrat majority over there. I'm glad they doing it because it was like Texas, hold my beer.
They Virginia and California.
Yeah,
they're doing what they
hopefully
did.
Maryland. I thought Chicago was gonna get in it, but
Illinois might.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna get in on it, but you got to fight fire with fire. I don't know. What else gonna happen, Larry?
You
in the military, man. You didn't go fight. You ain't go over there with a butter.
I'm talking about, the votings and the elections, man. Like, the voting ain't the issue. It never was the issue. The belief in the system is the issue.
Well, no, it became the issue. The system has always been.
The system.
But people don't vote because they don't believe in the system.
It's true. They don't vote because they don't think it matters.
This is what brings me to this point. Like, there is not a checks and balances, a legit one. I mean, should have been Congress, that holds our candidates to the fire. If you ran on this and when you got a seat, you got picked.
The people has to do that.
True.
I got a question. Aren't there elections for these same people that's in office after they get in office and not do what they say? And when they don't do what they say, can't the same people that are upset that they didn't get what they wanted, can't they vote somebody else in there?
Can and do.
At the next elections, yeah.
That's what you got to do.
That's it. That's the checks and balances.
That's the checks and balances.
See that?
Round and round we go.
That's the check and the balance.
Yeah, and it just doesn't stop, right? That's what we do. Well, we're going to have to wait until the next candidate.
Until next time.
Until next time. I got to get home to my baby.
I feel you,
There
brother.
you have it. It's a wrap for the Ford Social Conversations.
All right.
Where we talk about a lot of things, but not everything, because everything don't need to be talked about.
Peace.
Oh, man. Good stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.